I've spent thousands of dollars on Milwaukee tools over the last several years, and there's 5 things that I wish somebody had told me before I went all in. Some of these cost me money, but there's one tool here that completely flipped how I thought about Milwaukee tools overall. And just this week, Milwaukee released one of the most controversial tools of the year. Half the internet saying they've lost their ever-loving mind, and the other half saying they're absolute geniuses. I'm curious what you have to say about it. Well, let's go. Some of what I'm about to show you is going to save you some money. Some of it may rethink what you already own. And I do owe Milwaukee an apology from 3 years ago because I was wrong. Before we jump into all of this, if you'd like to check out any of the tools that I show today, there's links in the description, the pinned comment. Of course, my TV viewers, scan the QR code right there with your phone, takes you right to my website. Now, let's talk about the regrets. Number one, I wish somebody would have told me that the Milwaukee track saw was going to be one of the best track saws that you can buy on the market today. 3 years ago, when I reviewed this first, I didn't think that. I said this. And there's no innovative feature here. There's nothing that's just mind-blowing or outstanding. It's just, maybe that's it. Maybe that's just a solid tool based on what everybody else made that was working well. Yep, that was me. I said Milwaukee blew it when they come out with this track saw because they didn't do anything innovative like add Bluetooth stuff or anti-kickback or any other number of innovations that could have been added to this saw. They chose not to. And I thought they blew it. But I was 100% wrong, and I owe Milwaukee and anybody else that watched that video an apology because they didn't need to do that. Here's what I wish I had known at the time, or even gave it a little more consideration. Innovation isn't always adding a new feature just to add a feature. Sometimes innovation is just execution. In other words, packaging the tool up just right so that it actually stands the test of time and the features that you do have actually work, because this saw is, in my opinion, one of the best track saws on the market that you can buy right now. It is in my top tier of track saws, and I have owned this thing for over 3 years now and have used it a ton in the shop. As a matter of fact, I have access to multiple track saws in the shop at any given time because I've bought a bunch of them because they're one of my favorite woodworking tools. And guess which one I grab? Almost every time when I get ready to break down a sheet of plywood or make a cut with a track saw, it's the Milwaukee. It's just that good. The power on this thing is absolutely incredible. With the M18 batteries, you're not going to have any trouble cutting through any material that you're going to want. The accuracy, in other words, perfectly square cuts, or if you're going with bevel cuts or anything like that, dead on every single time. The adjustments on this saw, only Festool does it like this as well, where you just push the button and slide and you get the exact right depth that you want. It's so butter smooth. The adjustments on bevel cuts, perfectly good. Absolutely love that it has an anti-tip feature. You have the anti-splinter strip that drops down. The dust collection is on point. The plunge mechanism, the way it operates, is really nice and smooth. Just an overall well-made machine that Milwaukee put out in the track saw. And I looked past that at first because I was looking for something new. What Milwaukee actually did here was they built the most standard track saw that is the most dialed in on the market. I mean, everything that you need and want in a track saw is practically here. I would like to see some anti-kickback features here, similar to what they have on their drill. Anti-rotation, that would be nice just to shut the motor off, but that's a nice to have. Overall though, one of the better track saws that you can buy right here. All right, regret number 2 can save you some money if you watch this, because there's 2 tools here that I really wish I hadn't purchased. And just for your information, I have purchased every single Milwaukee tool that I own with my own money. They have never sponsored a video. They have never sent me a tool. Everything here I've bought. So thousands of dollars out of my pocket on these tools, all from me and my wife. Let me do it, of course. One of the tools that I have regretted buying the most from Milwaukee was the M18 5-inch sanders, the newer one that come out in the last year or so. Just not that impressed. There's a lot better options on the market versus this one if you don't mind getting into other battery platforms other than Milwaukee. And I have several different battery platforms, and I know that could be a little bit unique, but I think more and more people are getting into more battery platforms just because there's better options, or even options they don't have access to in their platform. But the M18 sander was just overly heavily vibrating. I didn't really like the ergonomics on it or the overall design. I just think it could have been better done. If you look at some of the more recent releases in sanders, like the Festool 18-volt sander, this thing is absolutely incredible with some real innovation here with the brake light on there, as well as some Bluetooth capabilities, which is not that important, but the overall fit and finish and the overall comfort using the sander is almost second to none. It is one of the better cordless sanders that I've ever used. One of the only other ones in the conversation that's pretty equal to the Festool, just depending on which way you lean, is the Makita 40 volt. It offloads the battery weight, so it makes it a much nicer experience to use it. Some people think it's dumb to offload that battery, but I think it's absolutely genius. Those two are way better than the M18. I think Milwaukee should go back to the drawing board. DeWalt actually just released 2 brand new 20 volt sanders that'll be here in a couple of days that I bought, and I think those are actually going to give Milwaukee some run for the money. I think they should have done a better job here. They have been focusing on woodworkers a lot over the last couple of years. I think they just missed the mark. If you love Milwaukee and you want a good sander, they've got some options. This is probably one of the smoothest sanders I've ever held in my hand, and that's the Milwaukee M12 sanders. Now, there's 2 different stroke rates here that you can get. They're 6-inch sanders, but you can get a 3/16 or a 3/32 stroke. 3/32 if you're doing finishes and veneers, 3/16 if you're doing just standard woodworking. The 3/32 is like no other. Set a glass of water on there, it barely vibrates, like barely. And so you do feel that in the hand. It is so smooth. One of the smoothest. The only drawback to these is the M12 line, and it will drain the battery pretty quick, depending on the size batteries. It does like these bigger XC batteries to last a little longer, but overall, if you want a very smooth sander, that's the way to go. Now, there are other sanders in the Milwaukee lineup that I think are must-haves in a wood shop, depending on what you're making. We'll get into later. The second that I really wish I shouldn't have bought, this beast right here. This is a Milwaukee M18 plunge router, 2 1/4 peak horsepower. It is a heavy beast. It's also extremely top heavy. Compared to something like the DeWalt 20 volt plunge router, I like the DeWalt way better. The DeWalt has a lot better features on it, including an anti-rotation. In other words, if you get a kickback, completely shuts the motor off instantly. Also, an overload protection. You'll see a flashing if you're pushing it too hard. That means your bits will last longer. You'll get better, cleaner cuts. Batteries won't drain as fast because it's telling you, hey, you're pushing me too hard. You just let the bit do the thing. I mean, this thing is nice as far as build quality. It's well made. It's just so top heavy that if you do have to do any edge work or have to turn it sideways or anything, you're going to be a little bit annoying. But as far as the micro adjustments, turret depth stop, overall has a lot of the features that you'd want. I just think that for the money that I spent on it, I wish I had just not, because it's just okay. I think DeWalt does it way better. Now here's where Milwaukee gets it right. The M18 trim router, or compact router, depending on which site you're looking at, but it's the Milwaukee trim router. This thing is absolutely fantastic. It is by far my favorite cordless router in the shop. I actually have it paired with a Craig base here, which that's a tag team right there worth winning. The reason I love this compact router so much is the micro dial adjustment that you get right here. You can dial in the perfect depth of your router bits. Has plenty of power to do whatever you're going to want, and it does have variable speed, all the jazz that you want in a trim router. When you put it on a base like this, it goes next level. Compare that to the DeWalt trim router. That's where I think Milwaukee beats DeWalt. The DeWalt trim router is just big. Like, it's got a big old base on it. And over time, if you're routing a bunch, it starts kind of cramping the hand up, where this one just fits perfect. Regret number 3. Now, this one's a little bit nuanced, so stay with me here. I wish somebody would have told me a long time ago that a dust extractor is more of a health tool versus a woodworking tool. Now, it does do woodworking functions in the fact that it's going to collect the dust. But a HEPA filtration dust extractor is protecting your health. And that's something that I didn't take seriously enough early on. This is the Milwaukee dust extractor. And when I first saw the price tag on this thing, I clutched my pearls. That was woo. It's pricey. It is a pricey piece of equipment if you go with the kit. In other words, the batteries, which you're getting 2 big old 12 amp hour Forge batteries, and the charger and the dust extractor, there's a little sticker shock there. But if you just buy bare tool, which you can use with just an extension cord, plug it up just like you would any other corded tool, and it's actually better on the cord. So that puts it in the price range of the competition, other dust extractors like Festool. But here's what really changed my mind about dust extractors overall. The fine dust, the stuff you can't see, that gets down in your lungs and doesn't come out. That stuff is dangerous. It can cause some serious health problems, or can actually be fatal in some cases if you let it go long enough and you're exposed to it long enough. And most people sand a lot when you're woodworking, so it is a very important tool. Even if you don't go with Milwaukee, you do need some type of dust extraction, especially for sanders or smaller tools like routers and that sort of thing, to collect that micro fine dust. Now, what nobody else is doing that I've seen anyway, I'm sure they're out there, Milwaukee, you can run this on batteries and a cord, just like I said. When you go cordless, you get 125 CFM, which is pretty respectable. When you plug this puppy up, you're getting 175 CFM. It is one of the most powerful suction dust extractors I have, way more powerful than, at least perception-wise, than the Festool. If I'm going to vacuum up the shop, or if I need a lot of suction to pull a lot of air through the tool, I'm going to grab or plug up the Milwaukee because it is just that powerful. One of the most overlooked features on a dust extractor is the little Bluetooth button that you can push and activate the dust extractor even if the tool isn't activated. In other words, you can link up your sander to the dust extractor, so when you do power on the sander, the dust extractor comes on automatically. But if you don't have the tool paired, or if it's not a VacLink compatible tool, just push the button. I use it all the time on this just to clean the shop floor or hook it up to a saw that doesn't have that VacLink. I do the same thing with the Festool Bluetooth button. It's one of the most underrated features they can add to a vac. And of course, the reason you buy a dust extractor a lot of times is because you can adjust the volume control or the suction amount of air coming through that hose. And that's key, especially when you're sanding, so you don't suck your sander down to the wood and basically cause the sandpaper to dig in. It's one of the benefits of getting a dust extractor. And also because it's Milwaukee, it has the PACKOUT attachment right on top, which is super handy to add a box or extra storage or anything like that. So who should buy the Milwaukee dust extractor? Well, if you're a woodworker and you do a lot of woodworking in your shop, in an enclosed space, or in a home where you're having to cut wood, sheetrock, that sort of thing, you need to collect that fine dust, this is going to be for you. If you're just doing woodworking every so often, maybe once a month or something like that, there might be better options out there that don't cost as much, especially if you're not already in the Milwaukee platform. Something like the Hercules dust extractor, it's in the little over $300, $400, right around, I think it's under $400. You just plug it up, so you don't need to be in a battery platform. It's HEPA filtration. You get the volume control to dial up the suction. Really good budget option. So two things I wish somebody had told me a long time ago: take your health more important, especially in dust collection, and you don't have to spend $1,300 on a Milwaukee just to get good dust collection. You can do it in other ways, but if you are in the Milwaukee platform, it is a solid buy, and I don't regret spending money on it. And by the way, what Milwaukee is doing right now, building products that their customers are asking for, is really what has the internet arguing over the product I mentioned earlier, which we'll get into in a minute. Thing number 4, and something I wish somebody would have told me and it would have saved me from what I went through, and that is Milwaukee PACKOUT. I wish somebody would have told me that Milwaukee PACKOUT is not really a storage system, but more of a shop building system. Stick with me. For years, I walked into the Home Depot and I looked at these red plastic boxes and I thought, why are people buying those? They are just overpriced plastic storage containers. And yeah, they are plastic, and yeah, they are pricey. But that's not the end of the story here. What sold me on them was not me buying a PACKOUT. It was me buying this track saw, and it came in a PACKOUT. And when I saw it and actually got it in the shop, I thought, these are extremely well made storage containers, but there's a lot more going on here. So then I started buying some little smaller PACKOUTs and bigger PACKOUTs and first aid PACKOUTs and all kinds of drawer PACKOUts and wall storage PACKOUT. I just kind of went nuts with it because it is so useful and it's helped me get a lot more organized in a shop. And that, I think, is what a lot of people miss when they walk in and they see the price tag on these. They just completely ignore it and like, I don't need it, and maybe you don't. But there is some argument to be had here that it can actually make your work more productive because you can store things and you know where they're at, and it keeps your tools in that same spot every time, and you don't have to dig through the drawer or look for that saw that you know you had for 20 minutes and it's wasting your time. It's very convenient. And not only that, they're extremely well made and well thought out, especially if you look at the attachments they've been coming out with for the PACKOUTs that you can just clip onto the side, like tool holders and battery holders, all kinds of good stuff. But one thing that I love most about Milwaukee PACKOUT is their wall storage. I have a battery storage area where I keep my M18 batteries and my M12 batteries, and you can even mount your PACKOUT boxes on the wall. I even use my 3D printer to print some actual inserts for the PACKOUTs to store things like the orbital detail sander or the Milwaukee installation driver. Keeps all of those parts and pieces all in a nice space where you can find them easily. I'll drop the link to those files down there. I bought them from the guy that makes them, but you can go buy them too if you want them. They're extremely well made, thought out, and you just keep everything nice and organized. Or you can just cut Kaizen foam. You can do that as well. One of the things that surprised me most was how much I use this dang thing. This is a Milwaukee PACKOUT first aid kit. Obviously, you can just go buy a first aid kit from Walmart or Amazon or wherever you like to buy your first aid kits from. But this is really well equipped, and I use it all the time for not only in the shop when I get a little nick or cut and I have to get a Band-Aid or something, or I burn myself. Also around the house, if someone in the house gets a cut or something and they need some antibiotic cream or a bandage or anything like that, I know I can just come into the shop and grab this, and I have everything I need for minor stuff, first aid stuff. So what I wish someone had told me about Milwaukee PACKOUT, or at least something I would have listened to in the time, was that you're not really buying a plastic storage box. You're buying a system to get you more organized and just overall help you work more efficiently. Regret number 5 is the sleeper picks that Milwaukee has that almost nobody talks about, especially in woodworking, because there's several tools here that I've purchased over the last couple of years that I use all the time. First and foremost, the Milwaukee M12 installation driver. I've talked about this quite a bit. This thing will basically pivot in 360 degrees for this 90-degree head, and you can swap these heads out to get basically into any position that you need to drive screws or attach things, drill holes. It's one of the most useful tools you can buy. Also, the Milwaukee M12 sanders. We have an orbital detail sander. It's kind of shaped like a home plate, gets up into tight corners, things like that. I've used this thing a ton. Or the 3-inch orbital sander, just to get into small spaces, that sort of thing. Like a lot of these tools that Milwaukee didn't have 2 years ago, they've been just continually putting out new stuff that's absolutely amazing. They also just come out with the blower. You could use this for a variety of tasks like detailing your car, or blowing off dust off your workbench, or dusting yourself off before you go in the house so your wife don't get mad. Like, there's a lot of uses for this little thing. I've also picked up this little Milwaukee M12 ratchet just to help assemble things or work on things. I also have this Milwaukee grinder just because sometimes you need a grinder, and probably one of the tools I didn't think I would use as much as I do is the Milwaukee bandsaw. I've used this to cut all sorts of metal stuff around the house, like bolts. You ever try to cut a bolt with a hacksaw, especially a hardened steel bolt? It's near impossible. This cuts right through it, and you don't have to hurt your shoulder and your arm. You can also cut plastic piping, all kinds of stuff I've used this thing for. It's just overall nice to have. Oh, and the hacksaw. Who doesn't love the hacksaw? And probably one of the tools that surprised me most is the one that I bought last. This is the last Milwaukee tool that I've purchased just recently. I bought this thing only because I already had a bunch of drills. It's like, wow, I'm gonna need a Milwaukee drill. I have all these other drills. I didn't know it had this, the anti-rotation feature. Much like the DeWalt that I love so much, that anti-rotation feature, that way you don't wrench your wrist and hurt yourself. If the bits get hung while you're drilling, it just shuts the motor off. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, and it's a very powerful drill. So what I wish somebody would tell me before I ever even bought Milwaukee is, there's so many dang tools here that they cover basically everything. And not only that, unlike some other major tool brands out there, Flex, Rigid until recently, they keep coming out with brand new tools over and over and over and over. Like every month or so, you're getting something brand new from them that pushes the brand forward, which I do appreciate. I like new stuff, especially when it's useful. All right, the tool I promised you at the beginning of the video that is dividing the internet. You're either on one side or the other. Please let me know in the comments which side you're on. Genius or dumb. You can just comment those and I'll know what you mean. This is the Milwaukee M18, so it runs off M18 batteries, food warmer. Now it just depends on, I guess, where you're working and what you're doing is if this will be useful for you, but it is PACKOUT compatible, so you can click it into your PACKOUTs, put an M18 battery on it, you can fill the container with leftovers or your lunch or whatever, and then when you get ready for it to be hot, you can set a timer or set the time that you want it to be done and the heat level, and it will automatically warm your food up for you so it's ready to go when it's lunchtime or supper time or breakfast if that's what you want. Overall, I think it's genius. I like the idea. So I started working construction in 1995 and usually had a cold sandwich or something. This would have been perfect, especially if you're taking leftovers to work. I think this is genius, but you let me know genius or dumb in the comments because it is dividing the internet right now, and I think it's awesome. Here's what I think a lot of people miss about Milwaukee. They see a price tag and they just automatically ignore them. For one, they run sales all the time, and we send out tool deals every single day at The Morning Cut. All you got to do is hit the first link in the description to sign up to my free daily tool deals email called The Morning Cut. Absolutely free. We'll send you tool deals, including on Milwaukee. If you like this video, you got to check out Ryobi Regrets. What I wish somebody would have told me before I started buying Ryobi. Click in that box to get you the big old virtual fist bump.